In this recording, we're going to look at how to use Mergent. So we're on our course Canvas site, and I'm under the modules section. I click week 1. And here you can see our course website, the LibGuides page. This was set up by our wonderful librarian, Miss Elizabeth Price. If you need any help at all, she is a fantastic resource. But it basically walks you through our project. It tells you how to choose a company, how to determine if it's public. But the main thing that we're going to look at today is how to gather the information. So researching companies. A wonderful tool. We have a various amount of databases that are able for us to use, and there are tutorials for them on the right hand side of the page. So you're able to use all of those, as well as there is a very good list here showing you step-by-step links on how to use each of these databases. We're going to look at Mergent today, Mergent Online, which as a Murray State student you have access to this. You may have to log in to actually be able to find it. But we'll continue with the same company that we've been looking at, JCPenney. So here we have our company search. We enter the symbol or company name. I'll just enter the ticker, and JCPenney pops up, and so I click on that, and it now shows all of the company details. So it's going to have financial information, the executives, a summary of the business. It's also going to have a list of recent events. If you click on the other tab at the top, you can find much more information similar to what you found on EdGroup. Here we have the officers. This is a list of the officers of the company. So we have chairman, the executive officer, the president, executive vice presidents, and senior vice president. You can look at the directors. So it shows you each of the directors and their total compensation, and which directors are on which committee. So it's a nice, concise way to find information. It's also going to tell you who owns the company. If you click on the ownership tab, so it tells you the top 25 owners. It also tells you insider ownership. So the directors, the officers, it's going to have all of the ownership that they hold within JCPenney. If you want to compare companies, so in your project you're required to compare your chosen company to their competitors. To do this, you click on the competitors tab, and you can add and remove competitors. So if you're looking through here, Mergent automatically generates a list of competitors for each company. But if you're looking through here, it says Walmart's competitor, Target, Sears, Macy's, Kohl's, Dillard's, Belk, Peebles. So there's a whole list of competitors here. But you may say, well, Walmart's not really a competitor because they also sell groceries, so let's just remove them. So now they're not going to be included in your comparison. You could add companies. So let's say let's remove Target, and we can add it back. So let's say Target Corp. We can add them. So it's easy to add and remove companies from your competitors list. But once you're satisfied with your list of competitors, you click Add All to Company Analysis List in the right-hand corner. So we do a company analysis list. And I like to use the company comparison report. So now I'm going to add all of the companies that I have added as competitors previously in Mergent. Just add them all for comparison. It also includes JCPenney, so you need to make sure that your chosen company is added to that. And then you can select what data items you want to be compared. So you can choose to have the CIK codes of each company, their number of employees, if you find any of that relevant. You can also add financials, so their current assets, their current liabilities, net income, total assets. All of these things can be added to the report. The thing that you'll find most interesting are the ratios. So we can add the current ratio, we'll add the gross profit margin. Let's see. We can do the quick ratio, the operating profit margin. You can just add any of these that you think are interesting, that you want to compare. You also need to click Include the Average. So this is going to average all of the competitors so that you can have a solid number to compare each against. You can choose how you want it formatted. Do you want the years to be listed across or down? It doesn't matter. And then you choose what format you want this to be presented in. So here we'll just choose HTML. You can choose Excel, whatever you would like. But here you can see that JCPenney had a current ratio of 1.7. The average for the industry is 1.88. So you can see how they compare to each individual industry as well as the industry average. So they have a gross profit margin of 29.45% compared to the industry average of 31.59%. So you can use this. There's no need to actually calculate by hand any ratios for your projects. You can simply download them from Mergent.